efficient and inefficient metrics. When I refer to metrics as being inefficient or efficient, I am talking about the preparation of the metrics. When organizations get into the preparation of metrics for the first time, it will likely become a regular activity, either once a month, once a quarter, or once a year. This is even more so for individuals and organizations not familiar with all the tools or that don't have the relevant skills. Depending on the tools they're using, it can take 1 to 2 weeks to extract data, process it, put it into summary form, and then put it into an executive report. In most organizations, there is a lot of human interaction in the preparation of metrics. This is because of the fact that it takes such a long time to prepare the metrics. In some organizations, there are employees that think that the value of their work is in this preparation. They are, for example, the employees that spend 1 to 2 weeks every month to create an HR report. What they fail to see is that preparation is just typically the first step in analytics. Gartner has a model that talks about maturity levels in analytics. They talk about various levels there. These levels include descriptive analytics, diagnostic analytics, predictive analytics, and prescriptive analytics. Descriptive analytics is just the first step of the 4 steps. It's nice if an organization is creating reports, but at that point you've only given a picture of what's going on. There's been no analysis of it to this point. There's no determination of what the data is telling us. The employee that spends half their time preparing the data is not spending time on added value. They are just doing hygiene work. Don't fall into the trap where you think the preparation of the data and the metrics is added value in analytics. I'm not saying that the preparation isn't necessary. It absolutely is. However, preparation of the data and the metrics is only one part of the picture, and it's the minimum value that you can get from metrics and analytics. It's the predictive, prescriptive, and diagnostic that come after that where most of the value is. The extraction of data, manual reporting, and summarizing of data, and sending an email to stakeholders are all very human-intensive activity. The sad part is that for almost 15 years now, tools have been out there that are able to automate this from end to end. In one of the organizations that I was in, we actually did that. We got it to the point that where 1 minute after midnight on the first day of each month, we went into our HR information systems with a scheduled script and asked the information system to provide us with an extract of specific information. The tools that we had allowed us to not only extract, but produce an analytical report in summary form. When the report was finished, the same tool also allowed us to automatically email it out to recipients. And yes, there was a bit of work in figuring out that script in the first place and then to get it to the point of automating it from end to end. However, after implementing it, it enabled us to spend time on doing the value-added activities and analytics, which were those other 3 categories of diagnostic, predictive, and prescriptive. Back to our end-to-end automation. Because we used a script, we were able to do our monthly, quarterly, and yearly reporting fully automatically. On a humorous note, when we first set it up, it ended up that the server sent out the email with the report at about 2:30 in the morning on the first day of the month. When I came into work the next morning, I had an email which had the subject line, "Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you." And I was wondering what this was all about and what the person had been doing to have this kind of reaction. It turned out that the recipient thought that I was up at 2:30 in the morning preparing that report. To me, this was an example of customer delight, something the customer did not expect when the tools that were used in this manner that delighted the customer allowed for extreme efficiency. In conclusion, if there is an ongoing need in the organization for metrics, you should automate the process. This enables you to save the maximum amount of time to analyze and make decisions and changes in the organization based on what the information is telling you. A tool that can help you with this, for example, is Microsoft SQL Server. Microsoft SQL Server has been around for well over a decade and probably longer. But with respect to the tools that allow this kind of extract, transform, and load and this kind of automation, they've been around since SQL Server 2005 and in every version since then. And that's well over 12 years now. If you have a license for Microsoft Office and SQL Server, you might already have the appropriate licenses to use these tools. These are very, very powerful tools and do an awful lot in the preparation of metrics and reports. Now, when you're starting out in the preparation of metrics, you may not have sufficient knowledge of the preparation of metrics itself or the tools at your disposal to be efficient. This is something to keep in the back of your mind as you're starting your analytics journey. At some point, you're going to be familiar enough with the preparation of metrics that you're likely going to be able to find ways either by yourself or in conjunction with your IT department to automate what it is that you're doing manually now. So whenever I talk about efficient and inefficient metrics, I'm always talking about the process of creating those metrics, the preparation. When metrics and reporting are an ongoing need, and for 99% of the students this is the case, you will need to automate the process from end to end. This enables you to focus on the real added value of analytics.